Yo, good morning, everyone. Just one more rant from a person driving their car in the morning, heading to work. All right, check this out. There's a lot of political news going on. There's a lot of issues going on that people are pointing out more and more. If these idiots don't put on something that reflects. Well, like I was saying, there's a lot of political stuff going on. There's a lot of issues going on that seems to be ignored by majority of people, right? Well, not majority, but people in the news, right? How people talk about the injustice of the justice system in itself. How Paul Manafort got a 4-year, not even a 4-year sentence, for like basic corruption, stealing, basically he did armed robbery without holding up a gun. You know, everybody always sees those little memes and everything where you see the guy trying to hold up somebody and then a guy in a suit is telling them you're doing it all wrong. That basic concept. Manafort robbed so many people. He still has 2 homes, over $4 million a home, but yet he gets barely a 4-year. But they played it. You know, that's why paying attention to who they put in these federal judge positions is a big issue. That's why Republicans, conservatives, whatever, are talking about how bad they want all these conservative judges in these positions, because they already know these judges are always going to side and they're going to play the two-sided justice system. You know, you have one judge, young, 37 years old, who's unqualified, who has been tied to white nationalism. They put her in a position. Now, do you think she's going to give fair rulings? Not at all. She's definitely not, because she knows how the system is going to go, why they put her there. And everybody talks about justice reform. Van Jones made a fool of himself at CPAC talking about it, knowing that they're putting all of these white conservative judges in positions of power to screw over minority communities. It's the same thing been going on throughout history. You went fucking the Emancipation, then Reconstruction, then Jim Crow, then Civil Rights, and all it is you just keep flipping the coin back and forth from heads to tail. And that's all this is. Justice reform. No, it's not justice reform. You put people in positions to still fuck over people. You're not trying to fix the system, you're hurting the system. Manafort is the perfect example of how old white people of power can get away with robbing the American system. Like, literally, I can go to jail. I'm a black male. I can go to jail for anything and get my life taken away from me. They're not going to sit there and pull up my exceptional history. No. They're not going to say, oh, he was a good person. No. They're not going to say, oh, he was in the military, he deployed, he served his country, he did all of this and that. No, they're going to assassinate everything I say. So the justice system is broken. People know it. But we have a system set up that way so certain people can break the law on a regular and nothing will happen to them. Now, the next thing, right, is the whole Michael Jackson, R. Kelly thing, right? Okay, check this out. Everybody knew about R. Kelly. Everybody knew about Michael Jackson. So on and so forth, or whatever they did. But why is it nobody talking about Charlie Sheen, the guy from Seventh Heaven, all of these other, Harvey Weinstein, all these other men, all these white men in power that have had sex with women while they've had HIV, has admitted to molesting teenagers and children over the years, and all of the sexually harassing women, assaulting women constantly. I can't think of the one guy that basically married his adopted daughter. Like, how do you go about that stuff? How do they get away with this? Why? is because the Me Too movement, and I have nothing against the Me Too movement, but it has made the Me Too movement the face of black men that were in power. Michael Jackson isn't even alive to defend himself. Oprah Winfrey made a fool of herself, but it's Oprah, so her standings with a lot of things don't hold water. I'm from Chicago. I know a lot of, like, my grandmother went to her church. She redid the church as a tax write-off. You know, there's so much stuff people do that they don't care about their community. Now she's dogging Michael Jackson, but yet she's not condemning Harvey Weinstein. She's not denouncing him. You know, so it's like, what was the plan? Like they say, you put a black face out there to degrade black people. That's all they did. Gayle King, I don't really know. Well, R. Kelly made a fool of himself, definitely. But then to hear these interviewers after it talk like, oh, weren't you scared? The big black man was standing up and flailing his arms around. Really? It makes no sense. It's like, come on. Start digging up some of this stuff on Elvis Presley. The Playboy guy. Hugh Hefner. Start digging up their stuff. Hugh Hefner's been fucking underage women for years. They dropped that one female against Bill Cosby because this woman was at the Playboy Mansion at 16 years old. But they made her drop it because you don't want to dig. You don't want to start digging up certain people's past and the things they've done. You know, it's a lot of things that this system just bypasses. But as long as you can make minorities look bad, it's fine. But that's my rant. I'm out.